see you broken and beat. Head pulled down over your eyes. Everybody who wants to surrender, darling, you were meant to survive.
Sorry, thanks, brother.
A little bit. We are born again. Open your heart. Spend this time in your head.
No. Bunch of them make it.
Okay. You grow to be tall, staring out over miles of land without it, but wanting to build a wall. Lift me up in your branches, we can watch the sunrise. Just a couple of bruised up souls that believe that it was worth one more try. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend this time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend this time in your head. Just like a seed in the garden, you grow to be tall, staring out over miles of land without it, but wanting to build a wall. Lift me up in your branches, we can watch the sunrise. Just a couple of bruised up souls that believe that it was worth one more try. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend this time in your head. With every star, we are born again. Open your heart, spend less time in your head.
What an awesome video. What an awesome video. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is the Globebusters Euro Tour update for the evening with myself, Jason of the Disbury, and everyone who is on the camper. We're joined by Mr. Allegedly Dave, Lisa, Jack, and Igor. Hi, everyone.
Hi, guys. Very good.
Sorry, I'm unmuting.
Thank you.
What a great look. Look at these. Look, I love it. You know?
I love it. How are you guys doing?
I was going to say, are you all bonding with each other? Is it all working out?
No, I can't do that because I'm apparently the supervisor. The police came again and like they're interacting with Jack and that, and I came along and I was doing my bit. And the policeman came to me and said, "Oh, you're the supervisor, are you? Give me your ID." You know.
It's like they can't leave you alone. It's like they can't leave you alone.
I'm going to be supervising with Rod of Iron here, so you know.
Police magnet.
Be quiet, both of you.
Understood.
Stop enjoying yourself. Stop smiling.
Stop spreading the truth.
But it's very grueling, right? You guys you've been up against it. Not much downtime. How's this been for you? How's the last 24 hours been?
It's zero downtime.
24 hours. It's felt like 47.
Yes, it does feel like it's a long time we've been here. And it's like non-stop. It's like we finish, we back on the bus and off to the next city, and it's I've only done 2 cities, and it feels like I've done about 20.
It feels like you've been there for 2 weeks already. It does start to get like a big blur. I found that after 4 days, I don't know if it was New York or New Year. If I'm being perfectly honest with you, it was just you don't know where you're waking up. You don't know where you're going to sleep. You sometimes wake up not knowing if you were the place you were before you started driving, before you parked up, or massive disorientation after about 4 or 5 days. I didn't know if it was a weekday or a weekend. I just knew there was X amount of days until there was some downtime again, which I do believe we have coming up, don't we, Jason? There is some downtime. There is
no, I'm thinking of Philip. Was it fitting in another city?
No, I don't think so. I'm just saying that video is more impressive than the actual tour, because we're looking
that was summer.
We're looking at the video and saying Latvia. I mean, we were there, but we didn't do any of that.
You must feel like the Beatles, right? Just like I said, going from one hotel to not one hotel, but the analogy of one hotel to another gig to another hotel to another gig. You guys are just going from the camper to activism, from the camper to activism. Yeah,
we're seeing like a couple of hundreds of square foot of all these countries,
However, on the flip side of the coin, Dave, even though you guys aren't seeing very much, you guys are going through a lot of destinations. You're driving through a lot of destinations, and a truckload of people are seeing the outside of that camper, aren't they?
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
I saw some really brilliant pictures today. Jason, do you think you can share some of the pictures of the bits and pieces that got sent through? Is it you sent them, didn't you, Lisa? Am I right here? Am I wrong here? I don't like the fox in the headlights look for Jason. He's going,
no warning on pictures whatsoever.
It's live broadcasting, darling. It's fine. You'll be fine with that. You've got one of those iMac-y things.
I'm going to figure something out very quickly.
I loved the pictures. I really did. For me, just looking at the architecture and stuff in the background, but the high visibility impact of that camper, it's a stark contrast. Yeah. What was up with the chimpanzee and the spaceman?
I was going to say, did you get the picture of the giant chimp in a spacesuit?
That's really what I'm trying to get at. I need the viewers to see this, because I was just like, the chimpanzee.
Oh, yeah. I've got them.
Yeah. So we got some pictures sent from the tour today, and it's basically the camper van going through the various locations. But what did you guys gather? What that's? I mean, obviously we may have some viewers that may be able to enlighten us on what that's all about, or you, Daddy Dave, can enlighten us.
No, we were late as it is going, getting to the town centre. We were late, rushing, and like we saw this giant chimpanzee in a spacesuit. We're like, no matter how late we are, we've got to stop and see. What can you do? It's a bloody giant chimp in a spacesuit. We've got to stop and take a picture. So we literally we turned around and went back and took a picture next to it. So yeah.
And was that in Riga? Where was it?
That was on the it was near the centre of Riga, wasn't it? Yeah.
Wow.
So,
near the centre, yeah.
Yeah. So we don't know what it is, why it was there. But
it's a monkey.
It's a monkey. Space monkey. Giant space monkey.
Really weird. Really weird.
Wow. Is everyone seeing that?
Okay, let me share it.
No.
Sorry, my darling. Can you zoom in a bit at all?
Okay, well I can on this next one.
Give us a zoom. Wow. Really weird.
Yeah.
Really.
It really is, isn't it?
And now can you show us the camper van in front of it? I did like that. I thought, well, if everyone's going to look at it, they may as well see the camper van by it.
Oh God, my face.
There's your face. I see you there.
Yeah. We did that this morning. We set up the other side this morning.
And I have to apologise to a few people because the printers have mucked up. They've given us doubles and there's a few people missing. And as I say, I can see there's like, because you're on this side as well, Dave. And
yeah, well, there's a place.
And Joanism, yeah, you're not meant to be on this side.
I know, but we this is what we had,
Yeah,
no worries, no, stick on what was there by all means. But I think the printers definitely sniped Jason because they messed the delivery up. Yeah,
I've got loads missing. It's a shame. I might try and see if I can get some done, and someone will pop out and put some more on. But yeah, let me just zoom back out because there was a few more pictures there I want to see.
Cool.
That was pretty awesome. That really is. It's very strange, isn't it? But it's really kind of awesome. And
Space Monkey.
It's strange too, yeah.
It is. It is. It's just so surreal. Brilliant.
For that one.
Is that a really woke show sign I see on the back there? Admittedly, I didn't cut that out. I don't know who cut that out.
Yeah, it's not very round. It's meant to be round.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now look at me.
Cut it out. No. Don't worry. I'm not pointing any elbows anywhere. I have no idea who cut that out.
Yeah.
But yeah.
No, I'm OCD. That would have been a perfect circle if it was me.
Well, all it needed was another round one to go over the top of it, and you'd have a template.
Yeah, but no, thank you so much for that, Jason. I'm loving. I'm loving the fact that we are doing what we visualize doing. This has gone from an idea stemmed into reality, and I think this just goes to show what we can all do when we put our minds to it. Because here's the self-evident truth that this camper van really is going around Europe telling people to research that the globe's a lie. We know it. We know for a fact the globe's a lie because it's clearly and observably flat.
Jack, when you get some time, you're not finished yet on them stickering. If you've got any black and yellow left, try and smarten up the back a little bit.
Is there any leftovers, gang? Is there any leftovers?
Yeah.
Perfect. What are you talking about? That strip down the back of the QR codes, Jace?
Yeah, and just to tidy that up a little bit, and just use your own artistic. Nice. Side and do what you want.
Red Eye Jedi says, look at that building.
The back is going to be Jack's wall.
Wow.
Yeah, we might find like a 10 minutes at like 3 o'clock in the morning sometime. Yeah. So the only spare time we get, we'll sort of tighten them. We'll tart up the van a bit for you.
Are you actually trying to get me out there to do this for you?
You never know.
Hey,
just
keep going at him, isn't it?
Keep going at him. Keep getting at him. You never know. If you bend his arm enough, he might just do that. That building is insane.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Yep.
What is all that business at the top? Where's Martin Leaker when you need?
I know. Yeah. Where's Martin?
Get that picture to Martin. Get that picture to Martin. We need some mud flood research on this. Wow. Whoa.
It's all a dome. Oh, you did picture the.
But again, like Dave talks about, the history that the ministries of education teach us internationally. What a load of all poppycock. Yeah. Goodness only knows. It all stems under the globe lie.
Oh, that was yesterday's. Yeah. So there you go. Let me stop sharing.
Lovely jubbly. Thank you for that, Jason. As I said, the camper van is such high visibility. It's going through so many destinations, being seen by so many people, pictures being taken, film being taken, just in the passers-by while you're driving, the people that are looking as they're in traffic, just going past. What have you seen since you've been on the camper van, Dave? Have you seen people looking at it and going...
just, I'd say about 1 in 5 people we pass on the street, are looking at it.
Lovely.
But even when we came back from the town centre, there was some kid on a bike sitting right next to the van looking at it. So,
just gazing at it, going, "What? Nice, nice."
And who came up and said, we parked up, and a couple of American guys came and said, flat Earth, where were you? Immediately. So yeah.
Sorry about that. I just unplugged my microphone by accident.
Have you met many flat earthers so far? Come back to you.
Yeah, quite a few. I mean, yesterday it was very much so. It was like what, maybe quarter, third.
Yeah.
People,
Quarter.
people.
Lovely.
Third or fourth people. Yeah.
There were people who were working, across the road, came running out and said, "Yeah, we're flat earthers," So, yeah, we're seeing it.
See?
We're seeing it.
You
That's
see?
really good.
And that's what this is all about. That is exactly
Yeah.
what this is all about. Bringing it to people's attention that otherwise would never have come across it.
It was a restaurant called Mad Murphy. Or
I've
Mad
seen
Murphy.
Yeah, can't make it up, can you?
What are the
Yeah.
chances?
I wanted a picture of it. No, there you go.
didn't get.
No, I didn't get it.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, there's a few things that happened. So you had the police come out again today.
Yeah.
Tell us
That's not
that Jack dealt with him first. So how did you get on first, Jack?
Smoothly and lovely.
I like that. Smoothly and lovely.
And quite calmly.
He was
You
very
actually
nice.
had him joking with you, and you got on really well with him, it sounded like.
Yep, exactly.
But I'll have to say that it seemed like Dave closed the deal afterwards.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, Jack,
Came in and sealed the
thanks a
deal.
lot, Jack. Jack passed him on to me as the supervisor of the whole thing.
Yeah.
Brought him,
Right, you're responsible. You're the supervisor. Okay. So then he said he'd given up trying to move us on.
Yeah.
Now he'd got to the stage which they always get to. Right, I'm going to have to write up my report. I need your ID. Do you really need my ID? So he ended up walking away without getting his ID.
But he did walk away with lots of photographs. I seen
yes,
that.
he did. Yeah,
He gave him the flyer too. Yeah.
Yeah, he got a flyer and he took a lot of photographs. Yeah. But it always comes down to this idea that they want to be able to bully you into giving away your ID.
Yeah.
They've got no power unless you've done something wrong. Yeah, unless you've committed a crime, they've got no power to ask you for your ID. Now they rely on somebody or people just buckling under their authority or pretended authority, which they don't have.
The illusion.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if anybody learned something from this, if you've not done anything wrong, you've got no obligation to give your ID over.
Yeah.
Well said. Well said. And you know what? I don't suppose everybody knows this, because I know a few people that just don't know that offhand, So good looking out for sharing that information, because it's usable information that people can.
100 monkey effect, It's like the first time, it's like they came on full on. We had 4 police cars, we had like 6 or 7 coppers out there just milling around doing their stuff, arguing and back and forth. And now it's like it's almost like, all right, okay, we already know. We're not going to get anything. As soon as this is going to go, they're going to come up to us, go, we won't even bother,
Yeah.
Love it. Absolutely love it. I'm seeing lots of vibes going on in the chat room. We've got almost 80 people tuned in watching just now. And I've just popped that up on the screen. See, there's an example for one of the people that calls you Daddy Dave.
Oh,
if for any chance you've not,
I wish you wouldn't.
Dave, waiting for.
I wish you wouldn't, because I still want to feel young and virile and stuff.
You're a young pops, man. You're a daddy cool, man.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Cool.
I'm just gonna while we're here, I would like to just give everybody in the chat room a shout out, because they are showing an absolute lot of love and support for everybody involved in the tour. Amanda Panda 69, lovely to see you. Buoyant, lovely to see you too. Brian Stavely, thank you so much for tuning in, and thank you for your advice. Thanks to your advice, I was able to just click a couple of bits and pieces there. And guys on the tour and gal, I'd like to let you know that you're not only being streamed on my channel just now, we're also simultaneously streaming this live stream on Jason's channel. So the channel that you guys upload your lives to is currently putting out this live stream just now as well. So you're being like, you're live on both channels.
There's approximately 30 people in my channel as well. So yeah, there's
over 100 people in total. So we're
go.
loving that. 110 people watching in total. So thanks.
Well, let me know how to do it on my channel as well.
Okay. Well, all I needed to do there, we can have. I don't know. It still says I can add more, so we can add another one, and then every time we do this, it can go out on your channel as well if you want, Dave. So I'm more than happy to do that at any point. And yeah, so thank you so much to Brian Staveley for that, because he took the time out to say, listen, if you check this out and if you've done that and if you do this, you can do that. And here I am doing it. So thank you so much, Brian. And also to Joey Sylvie in the chat room as well. Shout out to you. And Scuba Dracula, thank you so much.
There's Johnny.
Here is Johnny. And Nora, thank you so much for being here as well. Sorry, the chat keeps jumping up and down. Coffee Paul, Dave Mordy, Red Eye Jedi, Carolyn Goodman Day, thank you so much for tuning in as well. Effie Mowry, Rich Flat. I think I saw Richard Lopez in there as well at some point as well. Shout out to my brother Richard Lopez. Flat Plain Oregon, Sanjay, Cold Steel Truth, Juan Carlos, and some bloke called Jason's in there as well. And yeah, Lifting the Lid's in there. Joey Rocha from Hawaii, he's in there as well. Shout out to you. And Carl Steinbeck, Eiger Television, Sven, my darling, lovely to see you. Voyinch as well, Critical Inception, and What Shape is the World? And so sorry if I've missed anybody. I can't actually keep up. And the wonderful thing about this is other than just making content online, other than just going out into our local retrospective communities, we are actually evoking change. We are bringing this subject, this very most important subject about what we've been taught about where we live, out to the streets of Europe. We're going from city to city, from country to country, taking this conversation out there and striving, pushing for social acceptance. This conversation needs to stop being ridiculed. People need to stop being laughed at. And the triggered program responses need to be unlearned. Responses like, where's the edge? Responses like, why do you believe in this then? It's not believing. I don't know about anyone else in the chat room, but I don't believe in the earth being flat. I know the globe's a lie because it's flat.
Well,
does that make sense to everybody? It's not a belief system. It can't, I do believe in what it could be, but I know what it isn't. Therefore, we're left with the only reasonable explanation for that, and that's because it's clearly and observably flat.
I don't know if you heard that. I think me and Jack were talking that we might as well just have 3 answers on record, so that when they come up with the same 3 questions, we just listen to them.
Is one why?
You could do
why? Yeah. Where's the edge? Okay.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Yeah.
Madness.
I think it's the biggest misconception that people walk up to us really confidently and say, well, why do you believe it's flat? And I'm like, don't believe it's flat. Just know it's not a ball.
Mm.
And it normally spazzes people out to the point where they have a little meltdown right there and then don't really know how to proceed forward with the conversation because they were about to ridicule and laugh and
I think people are being a little bit misunderstood what this tour is as well. This tour isn't for you guys to be on the street and debating people. It's not what it's about. We're here purely to show awareness. It's just awareness.
That's what I've loved watching over the last few days, Jason. I think you guys have shown that beautifully with how you've conveyed this out on the streets.
Yeah.
There isn't an argument about this. It's just, this is the case in fact. This is the information. Please slow down and look at it. Just with what you said today about the moon and the Earth being on the horizon. That was today, wasn't it? Have I gone into blur vision?
That was when I got savaged by the Simon Dan fans.
Simon fans. Good. You gave it to them straight, Dave. You did. You really did.
That was ridiculous.
Can you delve into that? Can you give us your take on that? Because we watched it through the camera. But I mean, I saw her spaz out and walk off. I saw the walk away.
Yeah. That was we realized that when we were actually setting up, they were there already. Yeah, at least the guy, I don't remember seeing the green-haired creature. The guy was sitting there and he was watching us set up. And so, bearing in mind we were an hour late, they must have been there for over an hour waiting for us.
That's why we were late.
Yeah. So you know, he was sitting there watching us. So I took no notice of him. We were just setting up and everything. And there was a kind of lull, you know, it was a bit quiet. So I took the camera for a bit of a walk, and I noticed the green-haired woman was standing with her back to me. She had a sign on her back saying, you know, Simon Dan, and something about we like embarrassing or making fun of flat earthers. This big sign on her back. So it was like I thought, great, this is such a wonderful opportunity. So I basically went to him and said, okay, make fun of me. Here I am.
Go for it.
And she was like,
go for it.
She was like, that's not what we're here for. I said, that's what it says on the sign. So go ahead. And so she made a half-hearted attempt to make fun of me. You know,
well, I saw the desperation. I did see her desperate, you know, meek attempts to, you know, belittle you. She ended up bamboozling herself and having to just, you know, cut out and walk away.
Well, yeah, she just had to make an excuse to walk away because I told her to be quiet now because I've answered the question. Let's go back to her boyfriend's question. Yeah, and she said, "Oh, you told me to be quiet. I'm off." You know. Oh, it's so funny. But yeah, the moon thing. Yeah, I just had to pull something out very quickly because you know he was trying to obviously make me look silly. So I asked him a question, and in the end, he couldn't answer the question. They tried all the tricks, you know, that they usually try, like you know, changing the subject, going on to, you know, the girlfriend was trying to butt in and change the subject to something else, but in the end, you know, it got down to him saying, I don't know, no, you know,
they haven't got Simon Dan and his editing techniques, you know, like to to ridicule with nothing, you know, like that's all it is. It's just editing, isn't it?
But the whole thing, I mean, what was the point? Because it was a silent, if it was anything, it was a silent protest because we didn't notice them for like 2 hours. You know?
Yeah. I mean, the chat room is in absolute concurrence with you. Willful ignorance. She stormed off. She had nothing. And people said, but who benefits? But who benefits? Someone said,
I tell you who benefits.
You hurt her
Simon
feelings.
Dan benefits. He's in it for the money.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Amanda said, people are scared of the truth. As the saying goes, the truth hurts. Sven says, she kept asking, who profits from all of this deception? And MB said that was awesome stuff. Great filming. Red Eye says, don't engage with the crazies. He said, I couldn't believe she said that. Couldn't believe she said that. You know, absolute concurrence.
But who looked crazy at the end, though? Who looked crazy at the end?
What the chat room was saying. It was like pot calling the kettle black, literally. So yeah, massive resonance in the chat room there with everybody.
And Simon Dan, if you're listening, right, come yourself. Bring it.
Apparently, people are messaging me. I had a couple of messages from people today saying that apparently he refuses to debate people or engage one-on-one with people. I had a couple of Americans text me today saying, "Is that guy? Is that guy that refuses to?" And I was like, apparently, to be honest with you, apart from me hearing things through the grapevine, he's more or less off my radar. I respect everyone that is happy with the label Flat Earther. I know I've had this conversation with you, Dave, but I'm not entertaining what he's putting out because what he's putting out is virtually the same thing. I don't know if Gary's still in the chat room, or if Ruben's in the chat room, but when we arrived I wish you had all been there at Oxford. I wish you'd all been a fly on the wall at Oxford. We walked into a hall with 60 students who thought they were about to debate two tinfoil wearing flat earthers. Now, as you know, Gary and Ruben, they both know it's flat, but they weren't going in there making a claim that needed backing up. The burden of proof wasn't going to be on Ruben and Gary from the get-go. However, the hall that we walked into didn't know or see that coming, even right down to the girl that was the team of the debate, the president of the debating team. She was brandishing a globe like that, saying to Ruben, "Here's your globe," brandishing it like that as stickers facing Ruben. And he says, "Molly, do you want to have a look at the underneath?" And she's like, picking off, and he's going, "Well, you can pick that off, but there's one on every." Surely not. I mean, it's some kind of joke. At that point, all three of us looked at each other and went, "Oh, this is going to be fun." And so, Gary, I'll eat my hat if I'm wrong, but he used the presentation of Johannes and whooped them with their own presentation. And this is the bit that people have the massive misconception. Yes, everyone knows it's flat, but no, the burden of proof isn't on any of us. We've all poked holes in the claim that's been taught to us all and found it not to back up.
Well, the burden of proof isn't on us anyway, because the point is our senses tell us that we're on a flat motionless plane. So anyone saying otherwise, right, is the one who has to provide the proof.
Yeah,
that's it. All it is. It's just because now it's accepted knowledge. It doesn't mean that the burden of proof isn't on them.
Well, what they've done is they've taken the label flat Earth, the opposition, and they've weaponized it as a claim. So now, if you stand in public and claim to be a flat earther, they go, "Prove it then! Prove it!" No, you're right.
Yeah, I know.
Trying to prove it.
But as I said, they've just kicked the can down the road. Yeah, the actual burden of proof has always been on prove that we're a spinning ball in space.
Prove what I've been taught is true. Give me some supporting evidence to back it up. And I think that's the biggest misconception. It was self-evident in Amsterdam with those boys that came up to myself and Adam. They've been plotting away for months and getting their credit, and they didn't even get off the starting blocks. We shut them down after 2 sentences, and we ended up having to hug it out because they realized, oh, all right, okay, you really saw the penny drop. So I think that is a massive thing that's coming out of this. I think people are bouncing up to the banners and going, "Oh, I know what this is. I know what you're telling me." And then they kind of go, "Oh, hold on, wait. So hold on. There's no crazy claims. Oh dear, oh dear." I think that's what's coming through to the viewers. That's what's most self-evident to you guys on the tour, that people they're taking a big gulp because they're realizing, "Oh dearie me, I have taken it as a given. I've gone and taken it all as a given." No. And the humiliative and empathetic way that you're putting this across is really resonating. It's really resonating. I'm learning a lot watching myself. I'm trying to go out there with more empathy, and I'm trying to go out there and sympathize with people's situations with this, because I was there once myself, and I think I was very hasty to forget that. So I realized what it wasn't. I was, bang on the attack, a bit like someone who gives up smoking cigarettes and tells everyone else to stop smoking with no empathy.
Well,
I think I've gone back to.
Yeah, that's why I use the word muggle rather than sheeple. Because sheeple is saying that you're a stupid sheep. Yeah, but the point is we're all there at one point.
Right.
So muggle is like
it.
You haven't found the magic yet.
Right.
That's
it in a nutshell. That's it in a nutshell. So you were in Riga today, which is where you landed. How did you find the people of Riga?
Well, we only saw the people in that square area.
I went to coffee.
Yeah. Again, a lot of them were tourists that were there. We spoke to some Germans, Americans, Canadians, Russians. Yeah, they're Polish. Not an awful lot of Latvians, I don't think. There were a few, I think. Some young ones, a lot of young ones that we. That was because there was a university right next to it. Yeah, there was a university next to us, and so we did speak to a few young Latvians, and yeah, so quite a few of them actually already knew flat Earth. I spoke to about about four of them who were like, yeah, I already know. So yeah, it was yeah, so it was a bit quiet because I don't know. I think the way they lay their town out, it was very kind of distributed. The town centre or the town hall was kind of near the river, and the rest of the town sort of stretched off, in different directions from that point. So I took a bit of a walk, and I found what could have been another city centre, like further up, had some kind of monument up there. But yeah, so yeah, it was kind of distributed, so it didn't get an awful lot of the foot traffic.
Even still, I think foot traffic aside, I think the eyes alone just on the camper van, without leaflets being handed out, without any cards being handed out, without any conversations happening, is at least it off the starting block. So I think anything other than that is a bonus, because as I said, we're going into uncharted territory. We're not really sure whether the footfall is going to be high or low, given the fact that we've not been to these destinations before. But having said that, how have you found parking up and getting the camper van located? Have you found it pretty easy navigating it through the cities and
As
parking it and
supervisor,
stuff?
I'm going to hand that question off to my colleague here.
No problem. Yeah.
Lovely.
No
That's
problem.
what I like to hear.
We get there and we just get the spot.
Good. Jason, I genuinely think you've done the right thing getting the camper van at the size it is. It's just big enough to hold a few people, but not too big to not, be able to take into, town centres and park up within some kind of ease, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's right. Did you see your news reporting post that was put on? Did you read that?
I caught the English translation. I don't think I watched the video yet.
All right. Well, I can play the video right now if you want.
Oh, lovely. Okay. That'd be nice.
Right.
I like that. And here, should we cut to a clip?
Okay, I'm just queuing it up because there'll be some ads. So see if we can get past the ads first.
Nice.
Shout
out everybody that's interacting in the chat room as well. Gary, Heather, thanks very much for buying your wrench. I did ask. I saw a couple of people asking in the chat room. Hold on, how's Gary got a wrench? How's that happened? I blinked and missed that. Yeah, Gary, sorely enough had to pay 100 quid for his, and did so, minus the money we got mugged off for. But we won't go into that now. But yeah, Gary's wrench cost him 100 quid. And anyone else who wants a wrench. I'm not saying, if Gary steps out of line, it'll be gone again. So it'll be another 100 quid for you again, Gary, after that. and that goes for anyone else that buys a wrench. If anyone wants to buy a wrench, we're selling them for £100 a pop, and the money will go
to behaviour.
Yes, best behaviour. So sorry, I just wanted to answer that.
That's okay. Let me share the screen.
Lovely.
And then we can have a quick peek at that.
Mm-hmm.
And can you see that?
Fantastic. Yeah, we sure can.
Let's have a little go at that.
Programmer.
Lovely.
On Wall Street in America. I don't do that anymore though.
Where do you work now?
I don't. I help people for free.
What is the purpose of this Aero trip?
The purpose of this is to bring the awareness of the flat Earth to people in Europe. We've been told lies about where we live for the last 500 years, and it's about time that people knew the truth.
Why do you think scientists lie about it?
Scientists per se don't lie. They've been indoctrinated the same way that we all have into believing this worldview. Right? And it's like lies on lies upon lies upon lies, and until it looks like the truth. This is a flat, motionless Earth. There is a creator, and they're desperate to hide that information.
If the Earth actually were flat, the sun's rays would always come in at the same angle, meaning that all countries would all experience same seasons, but that's not the case?
No, What if we have a sun that's small and close? Yeah, what would happen? Imagine you have a brick wall, yeah, and it's dark, and you have a light bulb, and you put the light bulb close to the wall. Yeah, you get a pool of light, only in one place in the wall. But over here, it's going to be dark. That's what we're talking about.
All right, but why do you care so much about the shape of the Earth?
Well, for one thing, NASA makes 56 million every single day. Takes that from the pockets of Americans. Yeah, you're paying for lies.
If you dig a hole on the bottom of the sea, will the water run out?
If I dig a hole at the bottom of the sea, will the water run out? No, that's not the cosmology that we live in here.
Where will this water go then?
It won't go anywhere.
Why, if there's a hole through the Earth?
Where to? The question you're asking, right? If you look at it in scientific terms,
I will submit right away.
What is
right? Well, it's the same answer as what's on the other side of the universe. It can't be more space because that's more universe. So it's got to be something else.
Have you been on the edge of the Earth?
No. Apparently nobody can actually go to the edge.
Why is that so?
It's a thing called the Antarctic Treaty. Yeah, it was signed by all the members of the United Nations that tell you are not allowed independently to go past the 60th south parallel.
Or are the planets flat too?
Well, what are other planets? Yeah, we're told that they're rocky places like here, yeah, out there, but they're not. They're lights in the sky.
Is it possible to fall off from the edge of the Earth?
Well, no, if you can't reach it, right? When you go to Antarctica, which we say is the actual rim around the Earth, you encounter 200-foot walls of ice, yeah, followed by 300 miles of ice plain, and then 2-mile-high mountains. And beyond that, nobody knows, apart from maybe Admiral Byrd, but yeah, nobody really knows because you can't get there. You can't go by yourself to Antarctica.
But how can you all afford being on this tour? Do you get some funding?
We managed to get funding. We did a tour-a-thon where we had a kind of relay of videos that people could follow, and we asked people to donate to us, and we're still asking people to donate to us.
So people donate, and that's the funding for your tour right now. All right.
Saying that, there have been a couple of individuals who have gone above and beyond, and they're, some people risking a lot just to do this. So this is what we see in the world, yeah?
Well done, Dave.
Not too bad, I don't think.
Oh yeah, well done.
Thank
You
you.
get a round of applause from me. Composed, poised, consistent, fantastic.
Well, these
well
people
done.
have to say well done because they're my employees,
No, you did brilliantly, Dave. Wonderful. Excellent representation. And yeah, I think, like the chat room said, she's got programmed responses. Like, people in the chat room are absolutely... Who was it that said stop? Their sides are laughing. Red Eye Jedi said, oh man, my sides are hurting. Stop.
Yeah.
Stop increasing.
Drill a hole at the bottom of the sea. Where's the sea going to run out to?
Massively programmed responses. And do you know what? Maybe some people can relate to that. Maybe some people in their awakening, when this subject first came to them, about them questioning what they've been taught about where they live, they thought, oh, so what, drill a hole and the water will come out the other side. A lot of people have these programmed responses because they have these visualizations, and the fact that she actually came out with them as part of her interview, I think it's quite startling.
Yeah.
You would think you would have got past that stage. Yeah.
Never mind the question, why doesn't the water spin off like a tennis ball? Spinning.
Again. Yeah, again. Another,
Question
real...
the other way around.
Exactly. Sorry, Jace, were you going to say something there?
No, I'm okay.
No? Myself, the chat room, I think everyone's saying brilliant, absolutely fantastic. Keep spreading the word. Good job. Also, people are asking, where can you say where that was again, please, Jason? Where is that link? Where can people find that?
Yeah, I'll put that straight in the chat. I've got that here. And if I can get it in on the chat there.
Just, I've got to say, they're drinking this stuff here. Can I have it?
What is
Employee,
it?
give me that.
And
they're drinking baby water.
oh my gosh. Baby
Don't know
water,
what the hell it
man.
is. You know what kind of baby
Wow.
water is it?
Oh wow.
They've been squeezing it from nappies.
I'm confused. I'm confused right about now. And just a second ago, just when I was talking, it sounded like Lisa was going to say something. I'm confused right about now. Yeah, there we go. I don't know what's going on there. Lisa, were you going to say something, darling? I don't know if I just spoke over you when it cut out.
Hi.
No, you're all right. All right. Sometimes I'm getting a bit of a, I don't know why, I'm hardwired into my internet, so I shouldn't really be getting any connection issues, but it keeps kind of cutting out sometimes. So yeah, have you shared the link for where to find that?
Yeah, I'm trying to. It's a little bit. There's too many characters that YouTube will allow, so I'm just trying to see if I can get it.
Well, if we can't get it into the chat room, I'll make sure I get it into the description and into the comments section for everybody after as well. So don't worry about that. But what was the name of the news outlet? Can you type that into the chat room, please? Or
Delphi TV, I think it's
Delphi TV. Fantastic.
Yeah, tv.delphi.ee it is. DELFI. I'm trying to that might work.
All right. So we'll try and get that into the chat room for you. And tomorrow, can you let us know where you're going to be tomorrow? We've already started putting bits and pieces out on social media, but for the chat room's purpose, can you tell us where you're going to be tomorrow?
Who met up? Sorry, but
yeah, you can, Jason can, anyone can.
Yeah, we're just trying to figure out the power on this phone. Yeah, we're going to be in Vilnius
yes.
Vilnius in Lithuania.
That's the one. Yeah.
Fantastic. So yeah, as I said, we put that out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. We've got as much out as possible. Are we anticipating anyone to turn up tomorrow, Jace?
Probably more Simon Dan fans, but we do have you do have some more reporters coming out to meet you tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, tomorrow. Oh, excellent.
Where's the big charger I normally use?
Sorry, because we're down to about 10% on the phone, and the power pack seems to be working, but it's not charging. So
oh no.
I don't know.
Well, we have been going for about 50 minutes, and I do believe we've got one more video that we wanted to play before we wrap up for the evening. Am I right there, Jason? We played Robin's to begin with. We've got James's one to play yet, haven't we?
Do you want to go for that now?
So yeah, it's just to give everybody a break with their charger on board, because I know it can be tedious to try and maintain charges and whatnot. And I think the videos, well, how long is the video? 5 minutes?
6 or 7.
Yeah, so that'll take us up to about an hour. So after this video, we'll wrap up and we'll close it down for tonight, and then we'll give everyone information for where to tune in tomorrow to you guys out on the streets. Yeah. So yeah, whenever you're ready, give that a screen share and sit back, enjoy an awesome video made by UkTruth 2222.
Channel. He's done some brilliant compilations, Jason, hasn't he?
Yeah, I can't wait for the rest of them. I'm so looking forward to them. Sorry, James, I put you under pressure, but you've got to keep them coming. They're fantastic. It's like a mini match of the day roundup, and I've been thoroughly enjoying it.
And the time it takes to put all those clips together, as all of us know that make content, it's difficult to chop those clips down and to take.
Guess who's back again. Tell a friend.
I think I answered their questions quite well.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, let's see.
Yeah.
We'll see when it comes out. Let's see how it's edited.
It sounded fine to me.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I should actually find out what you mean by that. Is global warming, do you think global warming is a lie?
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, it sounds like that's what she's saying, yeah.
Can I give you this? So, what makes you think you live on that board? It's usually Dave Weiss's app there. That's it. And, you know, all the pictures that we think, as you can see a lot of pictures along the top, they're all different because they're all made up by different artists. They're just artists' impressions. And when we sort of that's all we're asking. You know, look at this and ask your own question. You know, you can't unsee when you see it. Yeah? Really? Wow, that would be great, honestly. Well, we're streaming live right now, so so hello, Flat Earther from Estonia. Excellent.
The only one.
Yeah, it's the parallel everywhere. Yeah. Gravity was only there to make people believe that down is all different directions. Yeah, that's down. That's down as well. You know?
Jason of the Disbury family.
Jason of the Disbury family. It probably is, but it's bloody cold.
Yeah.
It's like it's like is it a conspiracy theory? You know, you're saying it can't be cold, but here we are. It's freezing.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if the camera looks like it's shaking, but I'm trying not to shake.
With evolution, Big Bang, right? It all goes to psychologically weakening you. Yeah. If you realise, if you think that you're a microbe, right, on this speck of dust, and this speck of dust is one of trillions and trillions of other specks of dust, and maybe there are other microbes out there that are, you know, just as important as you. Yeah. It makes you small and insignificant. Yeah. You are more powerful and you're bigger in this world than you could ever imagine. Yeah. You could suddenly have a different viewpoint on the world and say it to a few people, right? And you can start a huge change in the world. You just doing that. Yeah. Most people, you ask most flat earthers, they say, well, somebody told me about the flat earth and I thought I'm going to prove this guy wrong. And they end up, they're flat. No, if they can get you from birth to 7,
Yeah, that's the age when.
That's the age when you start to develop critical thinking skills. They can get you, fill your mind with stuff right before then they've got you. And
But the Coriolis effect is meant to be the effect that's caused by the Earth spinning, which affects, like, for example,
that's what
we're told Coriolis effect. But yet those two things are inconsistent, because if you look at, it's either one or the other. Either the atmosphere is spinning due to so-called gravity, or we have the Coriolis effect. We can't have both. No, I only that, apparently, CO2 is on an all-time low, and we need more of it.
Yeah, it is. And you know, we depend on CO2. Plants need CO2.
Oh, Horseman, oh, shelter. Oh, Sylvia.
Science. That's great.
Yeah.
What about science? Makes you think we live on a board.
I can't see it.
What part of science?
Our guy.
I they've got it, yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself.
Most of this is our own brain. You know, this is the curvature calculation.
I can't see the mute.
I love it, man.
No, this is AutoCAD. I actually drew this up in AutoCAD. Yeah? And
And
AutoCAD.
that is nice. I love it.
I made them feel really good.
Try it. Tyrants. Never give up. Never give anything. No. Lead.
Okay, live streamers, we're going to wrap it up.
Awesome. Absolutely
Love that.
awesome.
Absolutely love that. What an awesome way to wrap up the stream.
What is James on about? He just said to me it's not as good as the others. You're kidding. I thoroughly I loved the beginning. Well done, James. Fantastic. Thoroughly enjoyed
It was
that.
great. The only thing you didn't get was our friend, and I've forgotten his name again. Bloody hell! Our friend from Estonia, who literally, Tarmo,
Tarmo.
Who ripped the police a new one. I tell you, he was ridiculing him. You know. All right, I'm gonna have to say, I don't know if I said this before, but he was basically having a go at these policemen, and these two policemen spoke English. So he turned to us, and he just said, "Oh, I just told them to fuck off." I could hear him.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. He socked it to them big time, didn't he?
Jack, was that you swearing behind the camera then? I could hear someone. Was that you?
I told you.
Ah, I thought it was him.
You know, my employees.
Sorry.
They just don't know what to.
Let's clean it up a little bit there, Jack. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cheers,
Yeah.
John Paul, for tuning in. He's got to go. He's just said bye, everybody. So thanks so much for tuning in, John. See you later, my darling. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you check out John Thor's channel. He is one of the channels that's featured on the side of the camper van. If you haven't seen his work, go and check it out. Brilliant channel, excellent Red Pill channel, brilliant videos, informative videos. Cheers, my darling.
Hey, John.
Thank you. Sorry about that, guys. Didn't mean to just cut in there. We've had some awesome reactions in the chat room. There is an absolute ton of support. We've also got a ton of haters out there, but I think that just only goes to show, we're close to target.
Thanks, Simon, Dan. Thank you.
Yeah,
we love you.
Massively. So yeah, that's us for tonight. We're going to wrap up tonight. Just give some details again about where the tour is going to be tomorrow, just in case anyone wasn't paying attention first time.
Okay, so we're at the town hall at Vilnius in Lithuania, and you guys will be there approximately between 12 and 2.
Okay, we're aiming for 1, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
We're aiming there for 1.
I never want to put you under pressure and just say that you'll be there on a particular time. You get there when you get there.
I think we've decided that we're going to see if we can get there for like 12 or so, and then just have a little nose around first.
Yep.
Then get back and set up. And we'll see.
Yeah. Okay. I've got to see my my employees and just see if we can work that in your schedule.
Lovely.
Right, okay.
Lovely.
I'm sure, your words aren't cutting any ice over here. You know?
No.
I'm the supervisor here. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Well, I hope you've all enjoyed catching up with the tour tonight, as we've gone into some videos that have been made and a lovely compilation from James and a news story and the video from Robin at the beginning as well. So shout out to everybody in the chat room. Thanks so much for all of your interactions and for all of you watching that are signed out. I know a lot of you come to us at Speaker's Corner as the anonymous ones that don't sign in, just to show their face. I know Jason and Dave have met quite a few of those people as well. So shout out to the silent majority who are watching as well.
Yeah.
We shall be live again probably around the same time, if that's all right with everyone, on the camper van tomorrow night. So make sure you hit the notification bells if you've just tuned into this for the first time and you're not subscribed to any of our channels. More information's in the description, and we'll add more information as we go along if there needs to be more information in there. And other than that, is there anything any of you guys want to say?
See you in 12 hours.
See you in 24 hours.
Yeah, and thank you very much for all these fantastic donations. You're definitely going to. I know that we're going to get this this tour to the finish line. I know so. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, and shout out to Joe Mama. Thank you very much. We're just doing what we can to get this socially accepted and push this awareness drive across Europe. He asked how much is a wrench again. To those that want to buy a wrench and want to put money into the tour, the wrenches are £100. So yeah, the links are in the chat room. The links are in the description. Any way, shape or form you can help this tour out. Keep the wheels turning across Europe. Donate whatever you can, whether it's $1, $5, $10, £10, £50, whatever you can afford to do. Don't break yourself. We don't want anyone to donate that can't afford to donate. But if you can help us to keep the wheels turning, then go ahead and click one of those links. And wrenches are £100. Wonderful. Brilliant. Okay. Well, we shall see you tomorrow. Much love from myself, Jason, Dave, everybody on the tour. See you again tomorrow.
And sorry, one other thing.
Yes.
Can I just say, if those of you who have been donating on PayPal and GoFundMe, apologies for not mentioning you tonight. For some reason, my computer won't let me sign in.
Can we do a roll call tomorrow? Can we
tomorrow?
Do a roll call tomorrow?
We'll do that tomorrow,
Lovely.
please. Yes.
Okay, we'll work on that before we go live. Perfect.
Lovely. Thank you.
Okay, my darlings. Thank you so much for tuning in and taking the time out to be here with us and on a replay as well. We shall see you tomorrow for the Globelite Euro Tour in the next destination. Take care, everyone.
Yeah.